What if paying rent didn't mean throwing money away every month? Instead of rent draining your bank account, it actually brought money in. Sounds impossible? It's not. It's called house hacking, and it's how beginners are starting to build real wealth using nothing more than where they live. This strategy has helped thousands of people live for free, or even get paid to live in their own home. Before we continue, this is Financially Well, a place where we break down smart strategies to make money work for you. Now let's dive in. House hacking is the simple idea of turning your home, whether it's a house, an apartment, or a duplex, into a source of income. It's not a side hustle. It's not a second job. It's about living smarter by using what you already have to generate cash flow. Most people think they need to own multiple properties to get into real estate. House hacking flips that idea. You start with just one, your home, and make it work for you. Let's break it down. Imagine you buy a duplex. You live in one unit and rent out the other. The rent from your tenant covers your mortgage, maybe even more. That's house hacking. Now, expand that. What if you buy a 3-bedroom house, live in one room, and rent the other 2 on Airbnb or to long-term renters? You're not only reducing your housing costs, you might eliminate them entirely. Some people even come out ahead, earning more in rent than they pay in mortgage, utilities, and upkeep combined. But what if you don't own a home yet? Can you still house hack? Yes. Renters can do this too, by getting roommates, subleasing a room, if your lease allows it, or renting a larger space and dividing it. The principle remains the same. Reduce or eliminate your rent by sharing the cost, and, ideally, profiting from it. For beginners, the key is understanding your local housing laws and being creative with space. Maybe you have a basement that could be a rental unit or a garage you can convert. Maybe you live near a university and can rent to students. House hacking looks different for everyone, but the goal is always the same. Live for less and use the difference to build wealth. The benefits go beyond saving on rent. When you own the property, you're also gaining equity as the home appreciates. Plus, you're learning valuable skills: property management, budgeting, negotiation, that help if you want to grow your real estate portfolio later. Think of house hacking as your training ground. It's your first step into wealth building through real estate, without needing to be rich, without needing dozens of properties, and without waiting decades to get started. And let's talk numbers. Say your mortgage is $1,800 per month. If you rent out a room for $900, you've just cut your living expense in half. Rent out 2 rooms at $900 each? Now your housing is free, and you've got $900 extra every month to invest, save, or pay off debt. That's $10,800 a year. Over 5 years, that's over $50,000, just from using your house differently. House hacking isn't just a financial strategy, it's a mindset shift. Instead of seeing your home as a liability, you treat it like an asset. You stop working for your house and make your house work for you. It's not always easy. You might have to share space, deal with tenants, or learn new skills. But the payoff can be massive. It starts with small changes. Maybe you rent out a spare room to a student, convert a garage into a studio, or lease out a basement to a long-term tenant. These may seem like simple moves, but they can completely shift your financial future. Every dollar that comes in from that rent is a dollar that's no longer draining from your own pocket. And over time, those dollars add up. Many people who started house hacking just to lower their living expenses eventually find themselves on a much bigger journey. They begin saving more, investing faster, and learning how to leverage real estate as a tool for long-term wealth. What began as a way to survive turns into a way to thrive. The cash flow grows, the portfolio grows, their confidence grows, and slowly but surely, the dream of financial freedom starts becoming very real. All because they made one decision: to live smarter instead of just living comfortably. It's not about being a landlord with dozens of units. It's about taking control, one smart step at a time. Whether you're in your 20s trying to get ahead, in your 30s trying to break free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, or later in life looking for a way to ease financial pressure, house hacking meets you where you are. It's flexible, accessible, and far more possible than most people think. And you don't need a six-figure income. You don't need years of experience. You just need the willingness to look at your home not just as a place to live, but as an opportunity to build equity, to build cash flow, to build a different life. Because the moment you shift your mindset from "how can I afford to live here" to "how can this place help fund my goals?" that's when things start to change. So if you're just starting out and looking for a way to take control of your finances, house hacking could be your launchpad. You don't need a six-figure income. You don't need years of experience. You just need a willingness to think differently and the courage to get started. Because every dollar you save on rent is a dollar you can use to build your future. If you're ready to stop letting rent drain your income and start using where you live to earn, not just survive, then house hacking might be the most powerful financial move you ever make. Subscribe to Financially Well for more ideas like this that turn everyday choices into long-term wealth.